Welcome to Simply Stylish DIY, where we take ordinary to extraordinary.
Hey y'all! Welcome back to Simply Stylish DIY. Today we will be crafting an adorable hello sign with fabric flowers. I think you're going to be surprised how we use Dollar Tree supplies to create this high-end looking decor on a budget. Without further ado, let's get to crafting. Hello sign with fabric flowers. For this sign, you'll need one of the long signs from Dollar Tree, also some fabric of your choice, a Sharpie oil-based marker, sponge brush, 2 little wood slices, 2 shower rings, and words of your choice in wood. Okay, we're going to start this DIY off by taking this Home Sweet Home sign from Dollar Tree. It's one of the long signs that is in the regular or $1.25 section, not the Dollar Tree Plus section. I'm going to take off the eucalyptus on the front and also the twine hanger. We're going to replace that in a little bit, and then we're just going to paint the back side. I'm going to take the white acrylic paint and going to put some on the back. That's the side we're going to use for our design, and take a sponge brush and put a nice coat over that. I did not put 2 coats because I wanted it to look distressed, and just leave a little bit of the natural looking wood under it. Next, I'm going to take 2 shower curtain rings. Make sure that you snap them closed if they're the kind that open. You can pick these up at Dollar Tree. Also, we're going to use 2 wood slices. Make sure that those are just a little bit larger than the shower curtain rings because we're going to make flowers out of those, and they don't need to be small, that they just fit inside of those. Dollar Tree usually has a pretty good selection of rolled up pieces of fabric. I picked up these fat quarters at Walmart because this is the colors that I wanted to use for this project. I'm going to start off by using this olive green with white polka dots. We're going to use that for the center of our flowers. I'm just going to open it up, take off the sticker, put the little cardboard insert aside because we're going to use that again in just a few minutes for part of this project. Put your little wood slice underneath it. Take a pencil, trace your circle so it'll be the right size, and then we're going to cut that circle out. Once you have it cut out, put some hot glue on the wood slice and lay your piece of material on that. Just take your thumbs and press that down. You won't be able to see the glue underneath it, and it will adhere good. Next, I thought this lemon fabric was really pretty and had a lot of the same colors that I wanted to use in this, with the leaves matching the olive green polka dots. So I'm going to open that up, and we're going to need to lay it out. I'm not going to iron it because I'm going to use those little creases as my guide to cut it. So I'm just going to cut the first fourth off of that, and I'm going to then cut that into strips. I'm going to cut those into fourths, and make sure you cut that little rough edge off if your material does have that, so your edges will all look the same. And then once that's done, I'm going to turn it and cut it into about 1/2 inch strips. Once you get those strips all cut for that first fourth piece, we're going to take those and put them around the shower curtain ring and just tie that in a double knot. And then we're going to just have those little strips sticking out to the edge. Go all the way around the shower curtain ring with each piece of material, just pushing it down and touching them as you go. You might not use all the strips you have cut, just put those aside for a future project. After you have the entire shower curtain ring completely covered, just take your fingers and fluff up the edges. Next, we're going to take the center of the flower that we already glued to the little wood slice, and I'm going to go around the edge of it, just around the main perimeter of that with the hot glue. Then you're going to pick up that shower curtain ring flower and make sure that you pull it to the front so you're not gluing down those little pieces. And once you have everything to the front, kind of hold it forward and press it down into the hot glue. And then take your fingers and go ahead and open that up so you can see the center. We're going to repeat the same thing by doing another center. Go ahead and cut it in a circle, push it down with your fingers, and then we're going to cover another shower curtain ring with a different color material. I thought this teal with the polka dots was really pretty, and it corresponds well with both pieces of material. And we're going to do the same thing and cut that down into strips. Once you have those 4 little sections cut out, you can stack them on top of each other and go ahead and cut your 1/2-inch strips. It just goes a whole lot faster that way. I just put 2 together instead of all 4 because my scissors I didn't think could handle all 4 on top of each other. These do not have to be a perfect 1/2 inch, just eyeball it and cut them. Some of mine were more narrow, some were wider. It just looks pretty once it's all tied together, so that doesn't seem to be an issue. Next, we're going to do the same thing with the second shower curtain ring. Just take it around it and tie that in a double knot, taking your fingers and fluffing it to the top as you go. Tying each one of your little strips on, just take them and slide them so they're next to each other until you fill up the entire shower curtain ring, just like we did on the first one. Once you get that covered, just take your fingers again and fluff up all those little edges, and then we're going to do the same thing, pressing them to the front, so you just have the ring on the back side, putting the hot glue onto the centerpiece around the edges and mashing it down to make contact until it dries. We're going to lay those little flowers aside until we're ready for them at the end of this project. I picked up this Hello sign that is wood at Hobby Lobby. It was $3.49. I don't want to use this for each project that I do, but I also wanted to use it as a guide for several upcoming projects that I wanted to create. So I'm just going to kind of use this as a stencil instead of using like a trace paper method. So I'm just going to position it onto my painted sign. I'm trying to decide if I want to put it at the top or bottom, and if I want to, how I want to position the flowers. Once I get that figured out and have it into the correct position, I'm just going to take my pencil and take my other hand, holding it down so it doesn't move, and I'm going to trace around the edges of the hello. Once I have it all traced with the pencil, I'm going to raise it up and make sure that I have everything finished. And next I'm going to take a oil-based Sharpie in just a fine tip. And I'm going to use black. You can use any color here. I just wanted the hello to pop. So I'm going to take that and go around the edges where the pencil is and make sure that you fill in all the coverage of the pencil marks, tracing over that, and then you should have the word hello dark, and then we're going to take the Sharpie and fill in that to make it stand out and pop. If you go outside the lines, that's perfectly fine, because you can always take your Sharpie and fill in those sections better and make different lines. Next, you're just going to make sure that you have it filled in and it's good and bold. These oil-based Sharpies dry really fast, so once you have everything traced, it should be ready to color in the inside. Just make sure that that has dried so your hand does not make it smudge. And then they fill in really good. Make sure that if you have any bare marks, you just go back over it and it doesn't look like it is on top of each other. I like how the hello stands out with the boldness of the black. And next we're going to decorate the flowers. I'm going to take this olive green with the polka dots that we used for the center of our flower. I'm going to cut out the shape of a leaf. And then I'm going to use that one as a guide to cut out another one, just cutting along the edges of that. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the teal polka dot. I'm going to cut out 2 of those as well. I'm just going to double up my material here and cut them out at the same time. That way I can get 2. Here is that cardboard insert that was in the fat quarters. If you buy the rolled up kind at Dollar Tree, just grab a piece of cardboard that you have. Any kind of stiff paper will work fine. I'm going to take my leaves that I cut out, and I'm going to position these on the cardboard to make sure I can have enough room. And then we're going to do a little hack and make some like veins in the leaves. So I'm going to take my hot glue, make some stripes on the back side, and then I'm going to flip those over and not mash them down, just make sure that they adhere, but don't press out the glue. And then we're going to leave that line so you can see that, and it looks like little veins in the leaves. And we're going to do that, repeat for all 4, just sticking it over onto the cardboard and pressing it just lightly with your fingers, just not to smear the glue underneath. Next, I'm going to cut out each one of those leaves just around the edges, and you can see the glue underneath. Set those aside because we're going to do something extra special with those in just a minute. Next, I'm going to use my distressed oxide in the black, and we're going to take a coarse bristle brush and go around the edges of our sign first, just tapping your brush into the stamp pad and going around the perimeter of the sign. Once you have all 4 edges of it distressed a little bit, and this part is totally optional. If you do not like the distressing, just go to the next part. I'm going to take that same distresser with my brush and make some marks on the front of the sign also. And then I'm going to go around the edges too, just to tie it all in. If you don't want to use the black color, you could use the antique looking color here, or any color of your choice, or like I said, you can just leave it plain and have it crisp and clean lines. Just so we can get those little leaf veins to pop a little bit more, I'm going to take that same distresser, go around the edges of each of my leaves, just to give them some dimension. I thought that would be pretty. This part's optional. If you do not like that look, just skip that and go further into the video. But I thought this looked cute, and it also made that pop. So after you get your 4 edges of the 4 leaves done, take a little bit of that on your brush and go over the fronts of that. When you take it on it, you can see those little lines that from the hot glue pop out, and it just gives it so much more dimension and character. I'm just going to take a little bit of the distresser just to tie the leaves into the center of the flowers, and I'm just going to take it and brush a little bit on the inside of those centers. Next, I'm going to take some of this thicker jute and make a stem for the fabric flowers. I'm going to see how long I need to have it, and then go ahead and cut off 2 pieces the same length so I can have those to work with. I'm going to put the flower where I want it, kind of measure it and play with it to see how I want it to look. So I'm going, instead of taking it just straight down from the flower, I'm just going to make a zigzag little mark, and then take the jute and lay that over the glue until it dries. After I have the stem placement on there, I'm going to take the flower and go ahead and put some hot glue on the back of it and position it on top of, but not directly on top of the stem, just above it, and glue that down. Next, to coordinate my colors, I'm going to take the teal polka dot leaves and put that with the lemon flower. So I'm going to work with that, and I wanted to have one to hang off the edge of the sign. So I'm going to cut off a little bit of the edge of it so it will lay naturally against the jute. And once I have the placement that I like, I'm going to take my hot glue and glue those down, just making sure I don't cover my hello sign. Hold that down until it dries, and next we're going to do the next flower. I'm going to position it where I want it on the other side that's equal to the one we just done. Take that next piece of jute that we already cut, and I'm going to snake it around the opposite way than the first one, so they just look like they belong and coordinate well back to each other. I'm going to take my hot glue, make my curly Q design and put the jute over that. I'm going to glue my next flower with the teal and white polka dots above that piece of jute, and then start to position my leaves. I'm going to try to figure out how I want them to lay, and then I can cut the edges so they will lay naturally against that jute. Next, I'm going to take a piece of twine that you can pick up at Dollar Tree. It comes 3 to a pack. I'm going to take it, cut off a piece, make sure that the end is not frayed, and then I'm just going to take a piece of Scotch tape and wrap around that like shoestrings are, so it's easier to push through the holes where we removed that piece of twine earlier. And then I'm going to pull that through, and I'm just going to tie that in a knot here at the top because we're going to string some beads on it. Make sure that you hold it up and cut it so you can use this as a hanger, and also leave your room to string your beads and tie off the other end. I picked this pack of multicolored beads up at Dollar Tree. I'm just going to use the same colors that I have in my material. So I'm going to go with the green, yellow, and teal, and I'm going to put 6 on each side. Once I have that bead design that I like, I'm going to take that end that I already had the tape wrapped around it, stick it through the other hole, bring it up, and tie a double knot around that as well. Now you have your hanger tied, and I'm going to snip both ends now on each side off since I have that tied, and I don't want to have to move that. Next, I'm going to make sure I have 6 beads on each side in the position that I want them to lay. And then I'm going to go here in the center. You can actually just hang it from that if you want to, but just for another little decorative pop, I'm going to make sure I have the center, twist it around, make a loop, and then tie that in a knot just to give you a little charming detail. Also, that keeps your beads from sliding around and keeps 6 on each. Okay, here's your finished product. I hope you enjoyed this DIY. It is fun to make. I thought it would be great to show you that you could buy the words in the wood like this at Hobby Lobby and use these just as a stencil to make multiple different DIYs with that. Also, I thought the flowers were a really cute idea with the shower rings. You can make a multitude of different DIYs by changing out the colors of your fabric, wording, and bead color. These would be great to do as seasonal projects, and especially during fall, Halloween, and Christmas. Thanks for crafting along with me today. I hope you enjoyed this adorable hello sign with fabric flowers. If you did, please like and subscribe so you won't miss out on any upcoming crafty content. Also, leave me a comment down below to say hi and let me know what you thought of today's DIY. Until next time, happy crafting!
I enjoyed our time together. Thanks for watching. I linked another video here for more crafting inspiration. Be sure to check it out. Have a great day.